Guess I might as well log in. Am I live? Live. Yes. Yes, I am live. What a random choice, but I don't feel like doing much of anything except grinding. Don't need that on. Oh, please tell me the mouse is working. It was working earlier. It was literally just working. Why is the mouse not working again? What the heck is going on with this computer and the mouse right now? Hey, hi Rakuza. Hey. Why isn't the mouse working? Fuck. It was literally working just a moment ago when I was trying. Okay, there it goes. How weird. Tired. Disappointed. I'm very, very tired. I'm extremely tired. It's another day where I've wanted to stream literally all day long, but haven't had a chance to because Julia's been on the computer, and all I can think is, wow, I really need another computer set up. I really need another computer set up. Sad but true. Wanted to stream all day long today, and I just haven't had a chance. The only reason I'm playing Kingdom Hearts is I want to do that grind challenge. Okay, okay. Can I please play Kingdom Hearts soon? What is this? No thanks. Are you serious? Why did it log me out? It logged me out. I'm gonna have to go find my password. Hi, Golden Cream. I hate being locked out of everything. It's like, here's an update. We're gonna log you out of stuff. I have to go find my password. So, more frustration, yay. Oh dear. Like, well, it's too late now. It's too late now. There's many times on stream that this has shown up, and it's just too exhausting. With the hundreds of times that it's happened, it's already too late. It's already too late because all of these websites love messing you up. Love really messing you up. It's very frustrating how every website constantly wants to reveal personal information. I literally got doxxed by Black Desert because they showed the town that I live in when I logged into my account. I needed help trying to figure out how to recover my account. And we're like, here, let's just show you where you last logged in at and what location that is. Tis extremely frustrating. Oh my gosh, no, I don't want to do that, please. I just want to get into my game. They really logged me out. They want verification and everything. I don't mess around for sure. Okay, we're back. Ish. I think. Hey y'all. So, I'm too tired to do the things I was planning to do today. I've wanted to stream all day long. The original plan was I was gonna do an art stream. I was originally gonna do an art stream, but I'm just way too tired to do that now. Like, I've probably got like an hour in me. I've probably got like an hour in me. I've probably got like 1 hour in me. Well, so for some reason it needs a large update. I miss when things were plug and play. But yeah, I've literally wanted to stream all day long, but haven't had a chance to. My original plan was I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna stream, I'm gonna, do a art stream where I'm gonna, like, try to learn to draw. I'm too tired for that now. I'm literally too tired. I think I've been awake for like 15 hours now, and during that time, Julia's been on the TV the entire time. The only I really need another computer set up because us sharing the computer is not working out. It's really I'm able to stream less and less. And I want her to have time to be able to enjoy her hobbies. But now I can't stream very often. But also I can't afford that. Like, one of these computers is completely mine. And the other one is made out of several of my computer parts. But some of those are hers too, and she deserves to be able to use them, so... I don't know how we're gonna figure this out, but this setup is... I didn't realize it would be this hard to share a television and computer with someone. And so... I feel like a really mean person for saying this. Like, I don't want to make her feel bad. I don't want to be entitled. I want to be generous. Complaining about this makes me feel like a really mean person, honestly. Like, she deserves to be able to enjoy her hobbies. I mean, to be fair, one of the things we did today was we watched a television show together. We watched a DVD that she really wanted from Half Price Books. So we did watch some TV together. But yeah, I really wish I could stream more. Honestly, I thought that since I wouldn't have a chance to stream today, that I'd end up having more chance to whatchamacallit, to clean today, because I need to do cleaning. but I've only even been able to get so much cleaning done today. Like, I did a few dishes. And I cooked some food. What else did I even do other than that today? Like, wow, where did the time go? Where did the time even go? Feels like I didn't accomplish anything today. There should have been more cleaning. And it would have been nice if I could have streamed. Instead, we watched a TV show on DVD on the PlayStation 5. And I cooked some food. And I did dishes. I'm trying to think about what else I did. I paid some bills. Feels like the day just kind of disappeared without anything having been done. What I do know is that today is Dungeons and Dragons, so I'm gonna need to sleep soon. Do y'all think I'm being mean? I don't want Julia to feel bad. Like, I want her to be able to enjoy this stuff. I'm just, maybe I'm being selfish. I don't know if Julia would like to split it 50-50. Plus, I also have several days of the week that I have kind of taken up the computer for myself anyway. Which is Friday Dungeons and Dragons and Sunday Dungeons and Dragons. So she deserves to have some days to herself on the computer. I don't know. I thought I would just be able to plug and play, and it's requiring a huge update. Like, what the heck? So why doesn't this have, like, a page? Go to store page, maybe? Wow, this thing's $50. I'm surprised. Normally there is like a page for your game, it's not just a store page. I just have like a thing that just shows your favorites. Okay, that's better. I know. I certainly don't have the money to buy another computer. But yeah, I wish I could stream more often. I didn't spend a ton of time on my phone today. Like, for most of the day, I couldn't even find where my phone was. So it's like, what did I do? I cooked some food. I did some dishes. I watched a show with Julia, and I talked to her while she played Palworld. I don't even know what else I've even done today. Where did the time even go? All I know is that I'm too tired. All I know is that I am literally too tired to do, like, a drawing stream. I guess I could plug my tablet in, but then when Julia wakes up and I go to bed, she's gonna want to, unplug it and, either, like, get on and play Palworld, which is just keyboard and mouse, or play Cyberpunk with just keyboard and mouse, or unplug my controller in the tablet and, plug in the PlayStation 4 controller and playing Guilty Gear. So, I don't even know if I'm gonna feel like, plugging it all in and setting it up just for like 1 hour. And then need to do the same thing. I mean, that sounds like I'm complaining. But it's just like, I don't want to set something up that's only going to be able to last me like an hour. If that makes any sense. I'm not gonna want to do the whole thing over tomorrow. And I find the drawing tablet confusing. I did find the tablet pen for my art pad, so that's good. I cannot believe that this is not going to be plug and play. I went through effort to get back into the Epic Games Store. Because they were like, no, you haven't logged in a while. Get out of here. Get out of here, skedaddle. Get out of here. Get out of here, you Steam user. Get out of here. Oh, man, Tegako Sword. Thanks for the sub. Why is the update so big? Like, can I, like, look at more information? Why does it need such a large update? Like, what did they do to the game that requires such a large update? Maybe I literally should have just played something else today. For optimization, was the game not optimized before? I don't know, maybe they're adding some of the content. Maybe they're adding some of the content that... It's taking so long to download. Like, what could be this large? Did I delete the game from my hard drive or what? Anyway, I just wanted to do a little bit of grinding and different stuff while I talk to y'all. Well, so yeah, these are really the only 3 games I care about that I own on the Epic Games Store. Are there even any other really good, exclusives on the Epic Games Store as of right now? Sure, see ya. See you later, Dragusa. Sorry I've been so boring. It's been 18 minutes, and I'm literally still not in the game. How long are they gonna keep me waiting? How long am I gonna keep y'all waiting? I didn't mean to do this. MiHoYo games. I just use, like, the launcher for Genshin Impact. And nothing else. I only hope that my character and everything in my account still exists. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose out on Klee and a lot of other people I manage. I'm gonna lose my Chi-Chi forever if they deleted my account. That's why I wish it wasn't a game that required an online connection. But you know, it's a gacha game. I also wish it wasn't a gacha game. Like, I played it despite it being a gacha game. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna grab, like, a hairbrush. Where is my hairbrush? Not around here. I can't believe it takes this much upkeep just to play my easiest schemes. Oh, by the way, I learned something insane content. Is it really now? I doubt that. This doesn't feel like content. This doesn't feel like content. Let me show you something I found out about Vintage Story. Look at what something made in Vintage Story. Look at this. Look at this insane structure someone made in Vintage Story. Like, I thought I was doing good just starting a cathedral. Look at this that someone made. It reminds me a little bit of The Village. Leaking DMs. It's not DMs. These are DMs. This reminds me of, like, that city you start off with in Star Ocean 3. How has this person done all this? It's a whole city. Then you look further down, and this person did this. This person made this mega structure. How? How can someone make something this massive? How many hours did this take? How do you make something like this? How do you make something like this? I don't understand. I don't understand. How do you make something like this? It's like all the way up here. This would have taken me like 100 hours just to do this part. And then it's got like this over here, this huge structure. And all the way up here. That's just this building. They got this over here too. I wish I could make something like that. It's insanity. Holy fudge. How does someone do that? Like, I can only imagine being able to make something like this someday. That would take me literally thousands and thousands of hours. That would take me like 100,000 hours. How did this person do this? That thing is insanely large. What's this person made of? Well, thanks, Metagako. I'm so jealous. Every time I'm like, okay, I'll try stopping playing Terraria and try playing a different game and see what I can make in this. I'll see what I can make in this game. And every time someone has made something that is 1 trillion times more impressive than I could ever make. Look, they got this massive cathedral and village. It's just insane. This is what my dreams are made of. My pipe dreams. This is what my pipe dreams are made of. I could never. How do you become like this? How do you make something that massive? it actually hurts knowing that I would never be able to even dream of making something that cool. Like, I'm really impressed. I'm happy for them. But it's also, I'm ashamed to say it's painful. Because it's like, this is something I dream of making something as fraction of as good. And now I know I'll never be able to make something even remotely this good. Never. And I want to make nice cathedrals. Like, I was proud of myself for making this tiny little thing in Vintage Story. And I'm like, okay, let's see if people have made stuff in Vintage Story and not just Minecraft. It's like, well, Vintage Story is not nearly as big as Minecraft is. It's like a spin-off clone game. And then I look over here, I'm like, oh wow, people are making cathedrals, not just in Minecraft, but in Vintage Story too. And so I look over here and I'm like, no. No way. Oh my god. That's insane. Holy cow. No way could I ever do that. Like, it would take me 1,000 hours just to do, like, a tiny piece of this. It took me 8 hours to make something really tiny and pathetic. 8 hours to make something really tiny and pathetic. And you're telling me this is what I have to work up to? This is like my wildest dreams. This is like a fantasy of like laying in bed and being like, what if I was suddenly a genius and could develop a video game all on my own? Like a super genius. You know, the sort of things where you just lay in bed and have like fanciful daydreams where you're like way cooler and awesomer than you are. And be like, what if I woke up tomorrow as a programming genius or an amazing artist? And then you're like, what if I made a giant, massive cathedral that no one's ever seen in Vintage Story? Cause I have too much time on my hands. And so I like search and like, no, not even in my wildest dreams. Not even in my wildest pipe dreams. No. No. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I am intimidated. I am in awe. I am reverent to the absolute talent. I am in awe. That is awesome. In a very literal sense, that is awe-inspiring. But I am also, like, intimidated. I look at that and that's intimidating. Like, I'm really, really impressed by this person, or I wouldn't feel this way. But I look at that and I'm like, oh my god, how? Oh my god, how did someone do this? How did someone do this? How is this achievable by a human being? How did someone achieve this? How is this even possible? Like, I would love to make something like that, but not even in my wildest dreams. Like, you know, like, whoa, what if I was super cool? Like, even if I had, like, an insane dream, where I was way cooler than I am, and can make insane structures, would I have dreamed that it would turn out that cool? I don't get it. I don't get how that's, like, even possible. It would take me so long just to do even a fraction of that. Even a fraction. What's more like yeehaw? I don't get it. I don't get how people can be that impressive. I'm intimidated. I am legitimately really intimidated. Yeah, I was pressing the wrong button. Oh yeah, I need to get used to this again. I am not used to this anymore. Each one's a bit of experience points. Yeah, if you did that all the time, I would get a lot more experience. It's a good game. I can do more than just this playthrough, but I wanted something where I could just turn my brain off because I'm sleepy and just talk to y'all. And this just be like background noise. Because I really want to just like talk to y'all. And be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I've been doing today. How are y'all doing? And just kinda like a just chatting stream with some actual video game footage in the background. You know? I mean, I would like to finish this challenge someday. Oh, well, thanks for calling me cute. That would be nice to get some grinding in. There are some streamers who like focus on grinding these games and getting to level 100 in beginning areas. I'm surprised that people like that sort of content enough to watch it. I can easily do that sort of challenge where I get to like level cap in beginning areas. That is totally a challenge I'm capable of. Much easier than building cathedrals like those. I'm trying to even like recap what I did today. I woke up. I watched Julia play some Power World. I cooked some food. I cooked several meals today. I did some dishes. Me and Julia watched a DVD together. Julia played some more Power World. What else did I even do? Where did the time go? Whoops. Be nice if I could potentially miss him. Because the longer that goes on, like, the easier, or the longer it takes to do that. What is my life kind of day? Yeah, kind of. Feels like I did nothing today. Nothing at all. Today felt very unproductive. I'm glad I got to at least watch DVD with Julia. Yeah, at least the day was comfy. It just doesn't feel like anything was accomplished is all. But yeah, at least it was a comfy day. Ow. Derp. That was a dirt moment if there ever was one. You're so good, Waka. You're amazing. I can't see. Yeah, I know what he does there. Let me target you, Waka. Jeez. But yeah, every time I do this, I get 2 experience points. Oh wow, I did not mean to hit him. While doing this, of course, I could watch, like, YouTube videos. I could maybe find the time to have the energy now that I'm streaming and have a little more energy to maybe play a tiny bit of Vintage Story or Power World. This is an easy thing to do when I'm feeling indecisive. It's like, wow, not much is required of me to just grind this out. Been thinking about doing this challenge again for a while, but it's like, should I really do this rather than play the bajillion other RPGs I could actually play and finish? There's a lot of JRPGs to play. Why choose to grind this one out? I mean, I like Kingdom Hearts, but still. Ow. That would have been worth 4. Anyway, it's morning and I've been up all night because my sleep schedule is messed up. The Netherworld? Oh yeah, I could play Disgaea. Been a while. Enjoy my demons. I'm intimidated by becoming an artist and making art too. Like, art sounds so difficult. Or looks so difficult. Every time I try to draw, I suck at it. Every time I try to do pixel art, I suck at it. Yeah, I could also be grinding Disgaea. Feels like there's so many things I could do with my time that's also difficult to decide because making amazing structures in Minecraft takes a lot of time and dedication. Becoming a music producer takes time and dedication. Learning an instrument takes time and dedication. Becoming really, really good at a video game, like, you know, Guilty Gear. Like Guilty Gear Strive. Takes time and dedication. Becoming a good singer takes time and dedication. Becoming a programmer takes time and dedication. Becoming a good artist and being good at drawing takes time and dedication. Learning Unity and creating assets for Unity in Blender or something similar like Maya takes a lot of time and dedication and frustration. With so many options that all sound interesting available to me, what am I supposed to do? Like, I want to learn how to make big cathedrals in video games. I'd love to be able to make a huge cathedral in Blender. And then, hey, I would actually have ownership over what I created and not get, like, DMCA'd. Like, I can do whatever I want with it. I'm not saying, ooh, I want to make money from that. I'm saying, oh, it'd be nice to have freedom. Like, writing a novel takes time and dedication. I would like to be able to write a story. Like, I've got an idea in my head. How am I supposed to write that story? Do I write a book? Do I write a light novel? Do I write a visual novel? Do I make an RPG? Should I learn RPG Maker, Game Maker Studio, Unity, Godot, Unreal Engine, C#, C++, Java, Ruby on Rails, Python, Maya, Blender. Which RPG Maker do I use? Do I use Wolf RPG instead? That's like a paralysis of options, and none of them are perfect. So here's my problem. I want to write a story, and I've tried writing a story for this character in my head before. But I constantly run out of ideas, and I have a problem where I want to tell rather than show. They say, hey, you need to learn to show rather than tell when you're writing. And all my brain wants to do is tell rather than show. And then when I'm like, well, try to show rather than tell, my brain draws a blank and I just like stare at the computer and I'm just like, words? It's a lot easier when I try to tell rather than show, but when I have to show rather than tell, then I actually do get writer's block. that's coding their games. I don't know. I just decided I would name drop all of the programming languages I know. Ruby actually is useful if you want to make things in RPG Maker. Because, like, the underlying code, it allows you to do, like, interesting custom things that all the actually really cool RPG Maker games use. It is coded in Ruby. So if you really want to make something cool with RPG Maker, you probably want to learn how to code in Ruby. That's how I learned most of what I did about Ruby as a programming language, is because of RPG Maker. Which, I don't know anything about Ruby, but I do know that, you know, a lot of the advanced stuff people do with RPG Maker is done with Ruby as a programming language. Yeah, I don't even know what the difference between Ruby and Ruby on Rails is. That was just something I've heard people talk about in relation to the programming language Ruby. It's like, I've heard people make jokes about, you know, Gentoo Linux. But I've only ever used variants of Ubuntu and SteamOS. Because I'm a Linux casual. I tried it one time when I wanted to get a computer up and running, but I didn't want to pay for a copy of Windows. I've tried Ubuntu, I've tried Subuntu, or is it Shubuntu? It's with an axe. I've tried Kubuntu. I really like the interface of Kubuntu. It's got a nice interface. I liked Kubuntu. I remember getting incredibly frustrated by repositories. Like, there'd be things I thought I should be able to, like, sudo apt-get or just find in the store. Because they've got, like, that little store page on Ubuntu where you can download stuff. And then you'd be like, okay, well, this is supposed to be available on the store, so let me put that in there. And it's like, no, it doesn't show up, or no, it won't install. You find out you need the repositories. And you try to install the repositories, it's like, it has, permission levels it doesn't have, or whatever it's called, like, you know, it needs, like, root permission, like Android does. And it's like, but wait, I'm the root user. Why isn't it letting me sudo apt get these repositories? So I remember it's one time spending like 20 hours trying to download an emulator because they weren't available on the repositories. I mean, that sort of thing has gotten a lot easier since then. But I remember being so frustrated. It's like, why can't I sudo apt-get? Why can't I get these repositories I want? I just want to play a PlayStation 1 game on my free Linux distribution. Because I don't want to buy Windows right now because I'm broke. Because I spent all my money on these computer parts. And realizing that getting Final Fantasy IX up and running on an emulator took me like 20 hours. God, was it annoying to get the correct repositories for some of the things I was trying to do. Not just the emulator, but other software I was trying to get on it in general. It was like, you don't have the repositories. You don't have the permission to install these repositories. Thank goodness for SteamOS. Can Valve just let anyone install SteamOS on any computer? That would be great. Can we just Proton everything? Just Proton everything, thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, Derpy Boru, really? Huh. Derpy Boru. I've used that before. I like My Little Pony. I wouldn't really call myself as much of a Pegasister anymore because I haven't done anything My Little Pony related in a very long time. But I like My Little Pony. I was really into it back in its heyday. Heck, I liked the earlier generations when I was a child. Doesn't really SteamOS as its own ISO yet, which they should. That's what I'm complaining about. I know they haven't. Why haven't they? Let them please. Can they? Valve, please. Let people build their own Steam computers, please. Just let them. I know that this was built for a handheld, which is great. You know, works very well for that handheld. Could you just release it? Just release an ISO for that whole OS? That would be great. That would be terrific. Oh dang, I missed. Oh, pfft, I'm dumb. Don't come near me! Kodaida! He keeps doing it too. Which is annoying. I knew that was gonna hit, which means battle's gonna be over before you know it. Uh-huh. Ow. No. There. I think it takes like, what, over $100. Was it like $300 or something crazy like that to get to level 100 in Destiny Islands? It's insane. A Bazite that replicate. That's cool. Well, that's cool. I will have to tell Julie about that. Bazite. I hope I remember that name. I know she's interested in that, like, conceptually. Ow. Let me lock on, jeez. Can you not? Also, it takes a while for him to do that throw as well. Oh, come on. Huh. Believe it or not, this is getting me experience. Because the attack, the 2p there, the 2p stands for 2 experience points. See, got a level. Wow, I can't believe I got a level here. That's right, Wonka, you are so good. Can you believe I just got a level there? Insanity. Huh. Oh. Well, he's hit me good. Oh. Oh well, I can go save. I can go save. Level 32? Was I level 31 before? Still, I'm like, what, 1/3? Almost a third of the level cap. I was level 31. And it's already been an hour. Insane. Like what? The first half of that was... The first half of that was what? Me trying to, was me trying to just get into the game. It was just me trying to get inside the game. Oh, hey. Welcome back. I got a level while you were gone. What are you doing? Cat! Cat, what are you doing? Cat, what are you doing? Hey, Mark. Ah! Why are you like walking down my arm so much? I need to be able to do this over here. Aww. I'll watch this video. I need to post some other videos to watch while I'm doing this. What on earth do I... Yeah, I'm not finding a bunch of videos to like watch on stream. So I'll watch this one. I found another like game that should interest me. Not in like the cathedral sort of way, but in like the East Asian culture sort of way. I don't know if I reacted to this on stream, but this is about Chinese culture. This looks so cool. This looks so cool. I definitely want to play this.
Show me your stuff.
Oh, it didn't work out. It's not like I just appreciate Japanese culture. Yeah, probably for a reason, since Liyue is based on ancient China. The thing that disappointed me about Liyue is, like, literally no one wears Hanfu. Where are the people in Liyue who wear Hanfu? This game looks so fun. This looks very up my alley. I love Liyue and Genshin Impact. Before the releasing Inazuma, I spent as much time as possible in Liyue. I loved Liyue. Did I have my criticisms? Yeah. Like, there was a lot of Chinese culture that was not represented in Liyue. That being said, it was definitely a favorite area of mine. Well, it's a Buddha temple. That is a large Buddha. And look, you can build! I can build Chinese structures in that game. So cool. Like, no, it's not like building and custom building in the sense of like Minecraft. But still, I think that's really cool that there is some degree of custom building. I want it. Another many games I want. Just our Honkai style, right? I mean, Space China sounds cool. I like to imagine when we have space colonies that there will, you know, still exist East Asian culture in them. Maybe I should get into city building games. What is Bitcraft? Clearly it's inspired by Minecraft. I'm not liking the character design so far. Oh, it's an MMO? Okay, that has my attention. A game like Minecraft that's an MMO, now that's an interesting concept. But is it really that good for building? Is it really MMO style? I don't care for the character designs whatsoever. Is that really an MMO? Look at all they're doing. Hard to believe that's an MMO. With a name like Bigcraft, it sounds like it would be a Minecraft ripoff. But this is clearly very different. Ow. I'm not running away. Got a little too far away and suddenly you're no longer locked on. I need to stream Nier Automata. Dang it, I was not trying to hit him. Oh yeah, I kinda wanna play that game Gaijin Goomba mentioned recently. Started watching his videos again for the first in a long time. Mirthwood. There's shells. Holy heck, that looks like it was made in 3,000 hours. Dare I look and see? Dare I look and see? Dare I watch this video and feel pain? A 100 builders, yeah, that would have taken a long time. Did it take each of them 3,000 hours? Or did it collectively take them, like if you added up the time? Okay, so they did raise some of that up there. Oh my god, that's huge. Yes, you are, Walkie. You are good. I am not. Also have divided attention. Yeah, I can believe that it took 3,000 hours. I even join a group that tries to make things like that. Like, I would like to be part of a group that tries to make things like that. Dang it, I didn't mean to hit him. Oh, that's impressive. Yeah, I can believe that's 3,000 hours. Glad it didn't hit him. Oh, I missed. Really like to visit most of these sorts of worlds. Why are you getting so close to me, Wakka? Thought you liked being long range. Oh yeah, that's an insane cathedral. I would love to, like, visit that. Do they make those worlds visitable? I want to visit that. Can you please walk there? I go this far away. It's like, no, you don't get to lock on anymore. But please, game, I want to lock on. Holy cow, that's insane. Yeah, I believe that's 3,000 hours. But it'd take 300 people or however many people it was. Or was it 200 people? It was several hundred people. So was it each of them spent 3,000 hours, or is it 3,000 hours if you add up between them? We'll get there eventually. I am amazed I timed that right. And I hit him, which is not what I wanted. Alright, what else we got here? Maybe I'll turn this into a 2-hour stream. But I will need to go to bed soon. That is insane what people make. I mean, it's Minecraft after all, but still. Need a dark cathedral. Mark, what are you doing? Mark? Mark? Mark. No! Mark, stop stepping on things. Wonder if I can learn to draw from this a little bit. Mark, please allow me to do things. That's not the kind of anatomy I want to learn. I want to make muscle bodies. But how do I know which of these I can trust? Okay, this person draws lilies. I trust them.
The third tip
See if I can learn from this person.
Can make a big difference.
Person has cultured. I'll learn from them.
Actually looks like, and the head is no exception. And being completely honest, I was actually lazy to learn. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Ori here. So the face used to be something I really struggled with getting right. I've obviously gotten a lot better at it now, but here's
yeah, but what if I don't know anything of what I'm doing at all?
I knew I was doing something wrong, but didn't know how to fix it. Although I did slowly get better over time by just putting the reps in, I still.
Oh yeah, they're definitely a good artist.
It wasn't until I reached a point where I was so frustrated with my lack of skill that I finally said screw it, and I went off into the mountains to train, determined to overcome my weakness. You can actually see that I posted this in June of 2020.
Okay, that looks good. That looks better than anything I would create ever. Mark, please stop trying to walk all over me.
Later, you can see all that practice was received a lot better on Twitter.
Okay, see you. I understand. I'm being pretty boring, honestly. See you around.
Point in my art journey that I started to feel that my art was actually pretty good, or at least consistently high in quality anyway. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you the 3 best tips I learned during that 2-month training arc for drawing the face, which finally got me out of beginner's hell. None of these tips are hard to do, they just take time, so I'll also be rating each tip based on the time investment needed. And since I like to see improving as leveling up, I'll also rate them based on how many EXP points I felt they gave me relative to the
You were really messing with me, Mark.
The first tip is
the box method.
Think of the head as a box. And instead of explaining how it does that, I'm just going to show you by critiquing my old work.
Make a Minecraft person? Is that what you're trying to tell me to do? Start making Minecraft people? Is that it?
An optical illusion of sorts.
That's not a Minecraft head.
As a box, we can see that although the front of the face is in flat front view, or even just looking up a little, we can see the top of the head.
Oh, I know what they mean. They mean like drawing the little window lines.
Here, a box with different color sides in 3D. Now imagine that this box is the face, and that the green plane is the front of the face. And if we're looking at it straight from the front,
I'm gonna learn to draw. Maybe you should watch some tutorials, right? Except,
however, in this case, the top of
how do you know which ones are gonna be clickbait? How do you know which tutorials are gonna be clickbait, though?
The face should look like this as the box, which means that the face is foreshortened.
Oh, okay, that was just a failure on my part.
Since the side plane of the face goes like this as a box, and the shape of the eyelids.
That was just a failure on my part.
And so applying those changes, the face should actually look more like this. So before, after, before, after.
Come on.
As you can see, by thinking of the head as a box, we can avoid major errors such as drawing illusions, just like I showed you. And it also helps with
I don't quite get it. Also, is that Photoshop? I wish I had Photoshop. I bet that's Photoshop, isn't it? Everyone has Photoshop except me.
The second is to start by drawing a box.
I still don't understand what he means by thinking of the head as a box.
The most important lines on the box are the center and the side lines. The center line, of course, tells you where the middle of the head is, and that helps you place the left and the right facial elements correctly.
Well, I can try. I can also rewatch that part.
Are the side lines. And by side line, I mean the side of the box, like here. And so this part. This line tells you where the.
I'm sucking at this. I mean, I am having a diverted attention here.
And it's particularly helpful for drawing the side hair, as it falls right around this line, and also getting the face correct. Since if you think of
what are you doing? That is not the right way. That is not the correct direction, Sora. How did you end up doing that? How did
You will see
I
different
end up
parts of the
doing
head
that?
and more of the side of the head. And in this example, you can think of the front of the face as the A and the side of the face as the B.
Well, I can
As you
start
can see,
drawing
the
boxy
B side
Minecrafty
gets more and more
faces
visible,
and
the A
then
side
turn
gets
them
less.
around.
So the area of the face elements kind of shrink. So they
Maybe
shift
that'll
more.
teach me how to
This method also helps you
proportion
place
things
the face
better.
easily,
I'm
as
not
you can think of
sure.
the ear line as a line that goes from the side of the eyes here across the side of the head. Think of it like glasses. And this sideline also applies from above or below in perspective, like here and also here. So you realize that when the face is tilted up, the ears actually go down relative to the level of the eyes, and when the face is tilted down, the ears go up relative to the level of the eyes. Some points to watch out for when using the box method. 1. Remember, it's just a perspective.
Not off
guide.
to a great
The
start.
face is obviously not flat, and things like the nose and the mouth will protrude beyond the box, and that gets affected by perspective too. So you still need to draw in the structure of the face, but using the box method will help you draw that
See,
picture
now I'm
more
not
effectively
fully
by
paying
focusing on
attention to
details
how to
and
deal with
nuances,
Waka
and giving you
or
3D
the
guidelines to work
video,
with.
because
I
I'm
rate
doing
this tip
both
a 1 out of
at the
10 for
same
time,
time.
since it's something you can practice and apply immediately. For the XP points, I give it a whopping 2 stars, which is amazing for the time
I don't
investment,
even know if
because
this is a
tip has saved me
trustworthy
from
tutorial
so
or
many
not.
training mistakes,
But it
and I
seems
still
like
use
they're a
it to this
decent
day.
artist,
And if
and
you
by
want to do a
decent I
fast
mean
off
they
and
seem
supercharge
like
this tip to
a
really
really
level up your
good
accuracy
artist.
for the face, I recommend doing the practice exercise I did here.
One of the
So you
left
start
looks
by drawing
better.
the
It
box
doesn't
and
have
then
big
rotating it,
titties.
and then you translate
Not
that
into
into
big
the box of the
titties
head,
personally.
which you then use to draw the head structure accurately in perspective.
You
Then you can
haven't.
repeat
You
it
have
for higher
D&D.
and
I
lower
will.
power
I
levels.
will. I just haven't had a chance to stream
The
all
second tip
day
is to draw head
long.
turnarounds. This was the practice
I
method
haven't
I
had a
used to help me
chance to
learn how the
stream
face
all
is
day
constructed.
long, and
Since
it's
doing it,
made
I
me
started
sad
having major
today.
issues with getting the positions of the facial features right, such as the eyes, nose, mouth,
By the way, is
ears,
your
and
power
mouth,
still out?
which
You
was a
made
big
it
problem
sound
for me
like your
before.
power is
This
still
is because
out.
drawing turnaround solidifies the 3D form of the head in your mind. You get a clear idea of what it should look like from different angles and the nuances of each angle. Doing this study beforehand will also give you your own personal reference that you can refer back to if you get stuck.
Day
It
8?
looks like in the future.
Yeah.
The 4 steps to do this
Have they
are:
estimated, if you
One,
called
find
them
photos
to
of
get an
3D model
estimate of when your
and
power
slowly
is
turn it around.
returning?
For this
What the
study, I
heck?
used
That's
360
obscene.
This isn't sponsored, by the way. I just find this stuff incredibly useful for this
I
purpose.
hope you get it
As
back
usual, there will be
today.
a link in the description to it and anything else I mentioned in this video if you want to check it out. Once you've got your reference, the next step is to analyze it. What you want to study are the different planes of the face. Like, what is the structure around the eyes, the cheeks, forehead, etc. If this is too difficult to start with, I recommend isolating each facial element one by one and studying their form from different angles
I
separately.
can't believe it's
For
taking them
example,
this long.
starting
I
with
cannot
eye
believe
structure
it.
and
That's
analyzing
nuts.
The third step is to draw a stylized base head structure while referring to your analysis. And by stylized, I mean in the proportions of the kind of face you usually draw for your characters. If you don't have one yet, I suggest studying the head proportions of the artist you admire and using that. Then, use that base structure to output into a character of your choice.
I
This
will
final step
stream
is very
for
tedious
30
to
more
translate the
minutes
feel-like
and then I'll
knowledge you
end.
gain from the analysis into a stylized form.
Because
In other
getting
words, it
2
helps
hours
you
in
learn
today
so you
is
can
better
use it
than
when you're drawing
0.
characters. In this case, I focused on
I'd like
focusing
it if
on
I
3D
could stream like
characters
10
and
hours
design,
today.
because I
But
like
no.
design, and I also wanted to practice
Do
drawing
not have
animal
the
figures
ability
of
to do
different
that.
styles. In terms of time investment, I would rate this 1 to 2 stars, as it depends on how many turnarounds you want to do. For experience points, I actually rate this 3 stars, as this tip was definitely the biggest game changer for me, and the more turnarounds you do, the more you will learn.
I got
By
like
the way, if you're
200
enjoying
out of
this so
that
far,
one.
I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button, as it really helps with the algorithm. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, as 67% of people...
Ew, welcome, not showing me you my stuff. Sakuhara. Sakuhara. Just kidding, Walk. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
How the muscles attach, and thus what the human figure actually looks like. And the head is no exception. And being completely honest, I was actually...
Sir Walk is like, show me your stuff.
Bro, it's 2D.
Wanna see it. Wanna see it so bad.
For the head. So I kind of put it off for like 3 years. And yes, I am facepalming right now because that was how me earlier in my art journey thought. Like, the moment I did anatomy studies of the head coupled with the other 2 tips, the world just opened for me and my head drawing leveled up by like 100 times. Because in the end, the anime style is a stylization of real life, so understanding how things work in real life will improve your ability to know what and how to stylize in a way that looks natural and believable. The way I did my studies was actually pretty simple. I just drew copies of the pictures from various books and resources, and then I would output what I had learned into stylized
I was
versions
afraid that
of
was gonna
the
happen.
previous tip. For example, when I was learning the structure of the eye, I would first study the anatomy and structure of it, and then follow that up with practice of stylized versions. As for the order of learning, I first started with the skull, then I moved on to the muscles, and the structure of each facial features like the eyes, the ears, the nose, etc. I've gone through many books and resources on anatomy, but if I had to recommend just one, it would be this Anatomy for Sculptors book. The book
I'm
is
worried
focused
that
on
anatomy will
visuals
try
and
to
things.
focus on like trying to
Out of all the
teach you
books,
like
I found it the best
secondary
organized,
sex
making it simple to find the
characteristics that I want to
reference.
draw.
I
It'll
rate
be
studying
like,
anatomy
well,
on
to
1 to
draw a
3
female
stars
figure,
and
you have to
scientific
draw
because it
this
depends on
much
how
of
deep
an
you want to
hourglass.
go.
I'll be like,
You
no,
can, of course,
no, I'm not
focus on
drawing an
one basic understanding and
hourglass.
just learn the general structure
Not
of the
drawing
body,
wide hips.
or go all
So
the way
I'm
down to
afraid
the
it'll
bottom
be
rabbit hole
like,
and learn all the little
so that
details.
looks. I
For
would
the
have the
first month or two, I
$45
did
to
this
spend on
2 to
that.
5 stars, as even though I feel anatomy studies are very useful for anime style
I
art,
don't know,
it is definitely
maybe
too much
that
time
I'm
to
wrong, and
study more
maybe
that doesn't lead to much
anatomy
for the time spent. However, if
books
something
don't
wants to be
try to
guided,
teach you, you know,
personally, I
like
feel a medium level of
hourglass
understanding is
figures
ideal,
like he's
which is
drawing.
deeper than a basic understanding, but not as deep
Like
as
he's
complete
clearly
understanding.
drawing
So
hourglass
you can always do it in
figures.
rounds. So you
No,
can do a round
thank
1
you.
for basic understanding, and then sometime later you revisit and do a round 2 and go a bit deeper. So you might be wondering, what about 3D?
Don't
3D
want to
has come a
draw
long way, and many artists who
curviness
master
like
the
that.
craft use it in
No
abstract art work.
thanks.
So
No
even
thank
if this isn't
you.
necessary,
Learning
however,
anatomy
it's
means
still
learning to
For
draw
example, Cook Studio has its own
secondary
3D
sex
section, and the recent
characteristics
2.0
focus
update now
themes.
includes
I'm
a
not
3D
interested.
customizer to make it look exactly the way you want.
Aw,
Using it
that's
as
a
an
cute
underlay
head.
can both save you time and help you draw the head mark accurately. So is there any point in doing all the
Nice
practice
and
for anatomy
round.
in general
And
when
the
you can
eyes
focus
are
on
lower on the
3D model?
face, which I
In my
like.
opinion, 3D isn't a replacement for understanding. It's a tool to help you apply your understanding. The thing is, if you don't actually understand the structure of the face or the body to begin with, you end up over-relying on the 3D, and you won't have the ability to know when you can follow it and when you should make adjustments. It's
What?
overpowerful. It's not
Sora,
perfect.
that is
It's a
not
tool,
what we're
and you
targeting
wanna
right
make sure
now.
that you are the master over the tool and not a slave to it. That's why I think that even if you use 3D, improving your understanding of what you are drawing is necessary and will ultimately allow you to draw better. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you might want to check out this hair drawing tutorial where I share the 5 tips that completely change
It
the
sure
way you
has
draw
been
and allow you to
decimated,
draw
like,
at a pro level.
jeez.
If you want to see more
I am
tutorials like this,
so
make sure to
sorry.
subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you can get notified whenever I make a new one. Also, if you want
I
to see
am
my art,
so
make sure to check
sorry
out my
this is
Twitter.
happening.
This was Ori, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Mark, you keep making it hard to use my mouse. Silly cat. Me, silly little meow meow.
Oh man, that really hurt.
It's a minor degree of progress. Mark, you're gonna have to move out of the way long enough for me to use the mouse. To draw heads. Okay. But why does the gender here matter? I mean, I like her head on the right there. But you can draw boys that way too, so. Oh well.
Hi there, hello. My name's Lance. It's great to see you.
Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe this is actually relevant to me.
The skull, the brow line, getting the center line of the face, and things like getting the height of the face, defining the planes inside, and getting all the shapes in, like how to space the eyes, how to dig the eyes in so the face has
Show me
depth,
your
how to
stuff.
shape things like
To learn is by doing. That's true.
and
And
how to
I'm
use
intimidated by
one
doing.
shape to another to make sure everything fits in place. And once we've got that, we define
I mean, you saw me trying to make sprite art, Shiva. I sucked.
so much good. And then how to add a bit
I tried to learn sprite art by doing it. Wow, I
Finished
sucked.
illustration. And that's what we'll be going over today. We'll be doing it for essentially a style.
It looks like Lan from Vocaloid. Okay, now they look less like Lan. Looking more like Panny from Panny and Stocking. But I don't think that's who they are. I don't know who that character is supposed to be. Maybe it's an OC of theirs.
In practice, in a full illustration, going all the way from sketch, ink, color, all the way to a finished illustration. Now,
Pearl on the Ray is cute.
once you follow it along, there will be some homework. さて、まあ先生やからこのクラスでは宿題あるのは当然
You
やな。
did better than me, at
There will be homework
least.
as well for you to follow along what we've done today and practice on your own. That'll be linked in the description. Once you finish that one, bring it on into the Discord and share it with other people and myself. I'd love to see it. Yeah, we also have a Patreon. So if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to see more of it or see it more reliably or regularly, then consider becoming a member. For those of you who already have, I want to say thank you, not just from myself, but it's enabled me to commit more to assisting people directly. So thank you from me and from the people I've been able to help. It's been really wonderful, and it'll help me to grow this into a full-time job, which would be wonderful. Now, as we get started, one of the ones I want to talk about is the idea that there's going to be a Western versus anime style. They're not really distinct styles, otherwise Adventure Time would look the same as Nimona, and Jinro would look the same as Shibajara. They don't. They're very different things. They're all just a set of choices in how you choose to express that basic underlying...
Okay, now I'm focusing too much on the video. What is he saying are not the same? Yeah, all of those art styles are a little bit different.
Based on the skull. So things like the eyebrow, bump,
That's the thing about anime and Western cartoons. Every style's a little bit different.
The eye sockets are halfway up the skull. The eyes will be halfway up the skull. And they're going to have certain rules. Like the eyes will line up to the top of the ears. That's why glasses work the way they do. And things like the bottom of the ear will line up to the nose. And the neck will join the same spot. And the corner of the jawbone will always be in the same spot as well. So these features are all going to be based off the structures of the human skull. The other thing to remember with these structures, the most important one I see, is the eyes. So the eyes are sockets, big holes dug into the skull, surrounded by two ridges of bone above and below. So there's a really deep channel in to where the eyes are. And this is one of the key ways of describing form in the face. I'm going to go into that in a bit more detail. Now all of these features will still apply on a very stylized head as well.
Well, I have my tablet, and I found where the pen for my drawing tablet is. But on the negative side, I'm too tired right now to bother drawing. I didn't get to stream earlier today. And now that Julia went to bed, I am insanely tired.
That lines up then with the mouth. The same rules will apply.
My original plan today was I was going to do an art stream.
The top of the ear lines up to the eye. The skull joins.
That was actually my plan for the day.
Even things like the eyes, big cartoonish eyes, will still have the same rule of thirds applied to them for how much space they have for themselves and how much space is required between them. Now, with that then, I want to talk about the channel we dig in for the eyes, because this is the most important part of how we define depth in the face. So the face isn't a flat thing. It's actually a...
Oh.
We'll use a cube for this, it should be rounded, but just for simplicity of explaining it. There's a big, deep cut in where the eyes go. And you sort of dig them in and place them in there. So they'll go into the face as much as the nose comes out of the face. And you see, if we use that as a structure...
Oh, he's using the boxy method as well.
And then draw in, we've got a very simplistic, but a face with a lot of depth. It's got 3 dimensions to it, because we've dug those eyes in and stuck that nose out. Now, what that means is keeping that in mind when we draw the head from various angles. Now, straight on, it's very easy. The upper and lower channels, if it's they're on the horizon line, it's very straightforward. There's no difficulty. But if we're drawing them from a very high angle, you'll notice that we'll see less and less of that top surface of the channel to a point where we only see the lower surface of that channel. So as we do perspective, we've got to keep that sort of channel in mind for how much of those surfaces we show. And the reverse is also going to be...
Let's see, 20 minutes to go.
We'll only really be able to see the upper surface. So consider then where the viewer is in relation to that. Is it too low now?
Right when he throws that, they delete the lock on. The heck.
So those are going to be important for how we describe the depth in the head, because the head is not flat. So the other thing I want to show is just how that differentiation shows with what sort of stylization.
Did it again.
Some things will be common.
Fuck.
You know,
It's really throwing me off with
a
that.
line through the center of the ball for the brown line, a line through the center of the whole length for the eye line. But then you notice in red, we'll show them for the more varied choices. So the figure on the left, we're going to go for a more realistic approach, and we dug those channels in really deep. But the figure on the right, we want a big rounded head, so we're not going to dig in very much at all. Now we've still divided the eye line into thirds, but you can see for the very stylized head, we made big eyes. And we gave
Make a lot of lines for practicing.
thirds. So
Important note. One on the right looks cuter because she's got bigger eyes.
So to make a figure look more feminine or childlike, we move the eyebrows further away. And then to make the figure look more childlike as well, you make a sort of smaller nose. And now you can see on the more
Now, the one on the right is definitely more appealing as a design. The lips look better as well.
is where the jawline starts to curve in.
The eyes look better, the lips look better. The one on the right is
Still
better.
applies. And so things like
I
the
like
nose
that
still
more.
line up to the eyes,
One on the
and
left is not
the hairline
appealing.
will still work the same way. You know, center point on the side of the head, draw one up, and that's a hairline. Now the other thing of differentiation isn't just style, it's differentiation of gender presentation. So if we're doing two of them at a similar level of stylization, you'll see that a lot of the elements so far are the same. So we'll dig in the sides about the same amount, left and right, and then we'll do the eye line, below the brow line. But you notice for the female one, we're going to draw that one a little bit lower, because the eye's lower down the head. That makes it more feminine or more childlike. Now the other difference is on the male figure, we're going to draw the nose a little further down, and we'll make it a bit wider. We're still going to break that lower half of the face into thirds to inform where those pieces go and where the jawline and everything goes. And now when we do the eyes, we'll make the female eyes a bit larger. Again, they're still broken into thirds, but they're going to be bigger. One of the other things you'll notice is, for the male head, we're going to draw the...
I've noticed that having eyes lower on the face tends to make characters look cuter.
And then you can see with the mouth, we'll do a broader, straighter mouth from a male character, but a narrower mouth from a female character. On the male character, we can do a bit of a notch at the bottom to show the jawline, but on the female one, we'll have a more pointed one. But then there are the common elements, so the ears will still join at the same spots, from the top of the ears to the nose, but then we have another variation. For a male neck, we'll make it about as thick as the head, but for a female neck, we'll make it narrower, about half the width of the head. And you'll see some of the rules for realistic drawing just don't work. So, you know, a female head will have a narrow enough nose that it doesn't work to have the nose as wide as the gap between the eyes, as it would on a realistic head. Now the other thing is we've got some differentiation in male characters within a stylized context. Interestingly, they actually vary more than female characters when you stylize them, or when they, you know, when you're displaying age. You'll often have like anime characters where, you know, the character could be anywhere from 14 to 36, they look the same. With male characters, they have a much stronger...
This is basically just a weird form of baseball
So
now.
draw them all the same way. We'll draw the one on the left much more realistic, and the one on the right...
I'm avoiding hitting him because that's a foul ball.
And one of the big differences we'll do...
Personal
is when you have
foul.
a realistic face, you'll have the nose come down to halfway from the eyes to the chin. But in your cartoony one...
Would have helped if I was still locked on.
with the top space being the nose zone, the middle space being the mouth zone, and the bottom space being the chin zone. But a much longer nose will give you a much more masculine and much more sort of realistic presentation. But you still break that line into thirds to decide where things like the cheekbone will be, where the corner of the jaw will be. And you'll notice that the skull, just like all the others, it'll join at the bottom of the ear. So those details will be the same. When you want to show that neck as well, there's that V shape in the front of the neck where the muscles are. If you draw a line halfway down that, you know where to put that notch to give that...
Probably defeat him soon because I've got whacked around so much watching the video
Much more sort of young
that
and
I'm
dynamic
actually
character.
low on health.
It's a almost gender neutral kind of face. You might pull the eyebrows in a little bit so they're nice and close, but overall it's much more sort of childlike, but it can still present as male. There's much more variation in what you'll expect from a male.
Is real watching tutorials really not helpful?
But we're still going to put those eyebrows in nice and close, and now we'll move on into drawing some female heads. So we'll get into the process here. So follow along if you can. Feel free to pause the video. And again, there will be homework. So we're going to draw just the balls for the head. We're going to fit a lot on the page.
Oh, it's under 1,000 now. Good.
Value worth for the paper. And once we've got all of them in, we're going to make sure they're nice and round. So take your time, be nice and sketchy. You won't be keeping these will be construction shapes. We're going to split those in half. Now once they're split, depending on the angle of the split, you'll have
Show me
either a line
your
through the center,
stuff.
or you'll have a sort of oval shape, or an ellipsis, I think.
Got off to a great
And
start.
then we draw a line down from the center line of the face. So we'll define the center line by drawing a line at the top, and then continue it straight past that brown line, and decide how long we want the chin to be. It can be completely straight. You can taper it in a little bit.
Maybe I should just finish this off now.
Too much of a spherical shape. And now we're going to cut in those sides. So from the front, we cut some size off that ball shape. But from the side, we
Barely hear what he's saying on the video, because I was trying to prevent from being too loud.
Show me your stuff.
And now we're going to draw in the eye line. So the eye line will be halfway down the full length of the head.
Dang it, really already?
The further down the eyes have to go.
Really need to
Since
keep
it's a
distance
female figure,
between us.
the eye line
Then
is
he doesn't
further
like
down.
that.
But we also want to make sure we wrap that line around the head. And now we've divided the eye line into threes. And we're start digging that channel in for the eyes. I want to dig that in nice and far. And then we'll draw into some basic eyes. We don't have to worry about shaping the eyes at this point. These are just to mark them out. If we want to
Like,
have
you
sort of
just
narrow,
right distance
sneaky
between
eyes, we'll just
us.
cut a bit off the top and bottom.
Which
And
Waka
then
does
we'll
not
put those
like.
in at those various angles. And so with them now in, we can start thinking about dividing up that bottom half of the face below the eye line. Remembering that for a female figure, we're just going to divide it into thirds. And the top zone is the nose zone, the middle zone is the mouth zone, bottom zone is the chin zone. You can put the nose on that line or above that line. Anywhere in there, up to where you want the style to be. Is
Lord,
the same
stop
thing
getting
as
close to
the
me,
mouth
Waka.
on that bottom third line, or up and down from it. Now, since we've got those notches in there, those marks, we can wrap those lines around the head, and that tells us where the jawbone and cheekbone will be. Because the cheekbone will line up the top line of those third lines, and the corner of the jaw will line up with the bottom line as well. So now we know where the jaw lines go, we know where the top and the bottom
Wow.
is, because we know the top of the ear lines up to the eyes, and we know the bottom of the ear.
It's quite
lines
a
up to the
balanced
bottom of the
strength.
nose. We essentially have all the building blocks in place
Quite a
for them,
balance.
so we can add the nose in, we can give a bit of shape to the face, and the shape of the face will be based around where those bones are. So long as you break the bottom half of the face into thirds, you'll have a good starting point for where you can put those bones. Now, of course, you can move them any way you want. You can change them how you like, but this is a starting point.
This takes more finesse than
Now,
you'd
I'll put it on there,
realize.
just to give the heads a bit of context. Remembering then for a typical female head, the neck will be half the width of the head. And so we're going to be just going typical for these ones. But you can have it thicker, you can have it thinner,
Imagine
you can
taking
have it
away
character,
someone's lock on right
depending on
then.
the age of the character, or just for your own personal style. And you'll also notice those guidelines we use to dig the eyes in are a great way of placing the eyebrow.
Where are you getting close to me, Waka? I thought you were long range.
For where we want the hair to be. Again, that's a line that comes out 45 degrees from the top of the ear, and that'll tell you where that hairline can be. Again, you can give them a bigger forehead, you can give them a smaller forehead. That's up to you. And then just detailing the baby eyes in. A word on the mouth there. Remember the mouth is dug in a little bit on cartoonish characters, so it sits in. Now that we've got that structure,
It did
we
it
can use
again.
that structure to inform
Uh-huh.
how we draw the figure. And you can see here on this one, where I left one of those eyes undetailed, we wanted a sort of narrow eye, and so I'm just fill that in now. So I'll just draw a bit of hair on that. It'll be very straightforward here, so there'll be a lot of centre parts and simple braids. And we can detail the neck in, and you can see that that front-facing figure is probably the least dynamic, and front-facing figures are probably also the least forgiving. They can be some of the most challenging to do. And
I'm not leaving.
Just
Just trying not to hit you.
Left or right tilt is
And
probably
it
one of the
happened
most forgiving
anyway
ways to
because
draw a
he
face,
got too
and the least
close.
interesting ways to view a face. So always give them a bit of space, a bit of movement.
It
It's a
happens.
real opportunity to give your work some life and some dynamism, and just communicate character and movement better than just having something that's very cold and static. And so just moving on then to this next figure, we'll do maybe the side part, this little narrow eye, and a little hair on it, but then there's a bit more detail there. And you can see we're not really drawing in a lot of those guidelines. Even though we put a lot of guidelines on there, when we're building these heads out,
Getting
we're not really
tired.
including
Well,
them.
I've got like 8 minutes left.
We can include them if we want, but it's important that they're just there to inform us on how to do the shapes. One of the other shapes lines you want to cut a lot of is for a softer looking character. The jawline, you can put some breaks in that, so long as you either communicate it with some shading later on, or just with the form. It's a good bit of detail to take away to soften the figure without losing the form. And then the figure we'll work on here is one that's looking up, so we're looking at them from below, depending how you want to look at it. And you'll notice all the features, since the eyes, nose, mouth, they're all wrapped
I
up
can
around
tell,
the
because
round
I'm
head.
not talking
You'll see the
enough.
eyes tilt
So I
down
can
towards
tell
the
I'm
side.
really
So
tired,
that becomes more
despite
pronounced the
streaming.
more you tilt the head up or down, the fact that the head is a rounded object. So with that, it throws that in, and you can also see how the ears, since the ears
Come
aren't
on.
on the same plane as the eyes, if you tilt your head back, the ears will be drawn lower. If you tilt the head forward, the ears will be drawn much higher in size. And then we drew this one. This is again a fairly low angle one. You can see the ears sit much lower, but you can still follow that line of like an imaginary pair of glasses that goes from the eyes, and then you can draw the arm with the imaginary glasses over to the top.
What's
of the ear.
7 minutes
That should
left?
still work. If you find yourself unable to apply them, then it might be worth looking at your construction to see whether you need to adjust the placement of some of those features like the ears or the eyes or the nose, etc. And here we have that one that looked like a fairly extreme high angle. But it's
Uh-oh.
actually quite manageable. So
Alright.
we can do that construction to split the lower part of the face.
And
into
finish
thirds.
this
We
off.
can place those features much more easily. We don't have to sort of guess on those difficult angles. And then we can interrogate these shapes by
69.
throwing just a bit of tone on them,
Nice.
just to see if everything sits right. See if
I had no
everything
idea,
fits
by the way,
right.
that
It's one
she
of the things I
used
do think
references
it's
for
worth
the
putting
wings,
tone
but no
over
wonder
the
they
shapes
look so
to
good.
interrogate
Still, though,
the
it
shapes. If
takes
you can't
talent to
place
use a
tone,
reference well.
that can sometimes be an
Takes talent to
indicator
use a reference
that
well.
the forms you're describing won't take tone, they won't take shading, because they have a problem with the depth that you would be describing. And so here we're just doing a lot of drop shadows for simple shading, so we're doing, you know, shading under the
Show
chin
me
there,
your
and you
stuff.
can see we're also doing a lot of shading.
Alright,
around
probably the
eyes.
last one.
Defining that big difference then between the brow and under the brow ridge is a great way of showing that depth where the face goes in, and then throwing some around in the ears as well, and then wherever it will be shaded. So those drop shadows are your best way to do quick shading to show form. Now with those done, we can also just have a look at the structure underneath and see how it connects to that. And you can see it's all based off that simple structure to get fairly appealing faces. Now the same
Oh,
rules
come
apply
on.
for male characters. Let's draw out a few of them at a couple of different angles, and we'll just show some of the differences in process when you're presenting a male head as opposed to a female head. So we'll do a few.
Well,
more
I screwed that
circles in
up.
the frame. Again, get our money's worth. And so we've done the circle for the framing. We've done that center line for the face, to decide where the chin will be. We're cutting in the sides, and we're probably cutting in the sides a lot more severely than we do with the female figures, because we want the female figures to have more of a rounded head, but with the male figures, we want them to have more of a longer, more sort of realistic-based masculine head. And so we've got then the brow line, we've cut the sides in, we can now put the eye line in, around halfway up the head. Now we want to have them not too different from the brow line, because the male brow is quite close. So we'll do some flat lines there just to get the space in. The third, like,
It's
space
gonna
in.
be well
We're
to the
gonna
next
dig them in
level.
From the brow. We're going to dig them in pretty hard. So it's a much sort of shorter, sharper dig on a male face. You can see we don't really do it on the front end because it's front on, we don't really show that depth. But as we go to that side view, the one in the middle, you can see just how sharp that dig is from the brow line to where the eyes are. And now we split these faces up into thirds. For the more realistic and masculine ones, we'll have the nose come down halfway. For the other ones, we can just have them within that top third space for a more sort of more stylized or more pretty
A little more. Oh, I hit him.
angles there. So now
Just
we've got
know
those
what I was going for.
features on it. We can also use those to map out where the jawline will be. nose of the jaw will line up to where the mouth is. The cheekbone will line up to where the bottom of the nose is. And since we've got those pieces in place, we know how to line those parts up. We also know, with those divisions, where the ear will be. So again, the ear is, the top of the ear is the same as the eye line. The bottom of the ear lines up to the bottom of the nose. And that flat
Ow.
plane inside of the head, that...
Well, there we go. I'm locked on now.
And we also know that the base of the skull lines up to the bottom of the ear. So the skull is actually a bit shorter than that big ball. It'll cut a bit of it out. We can add the neck down. We can add that notch to the front of the neck, where the Adam's apple, for the more sort of male-presenting neck. And then we can add the trapezius about halfway down the neck, just to show that extra bit of shape. We can also place the hairline. You can see on the middle figure there, it's the best way of showing it, is there's that 45-degree angle that comes out from the top of the ear to define that main point of the hairline. We can also give them a bit of a sort of sideburn shape down the side there to give the hair shapes a bit more depth. And for the profile view, we might give it a bit of the lips and the chin. You don't have to give too much. Again, if we want to be stylized, we can do it very simply.
2 minutes left and it'll have been 2 hours.
Now we're going to add the eyebrows in. Again, because these are male-presenting figures.
Why does that keep happening?
Close to the eyes.
Palm tree, stop it.
Going to have a strong sort of spiked ridge to the brow there. You don't have to pronounce that if you don't want, but it's one of the options you have to make them look more sort of hard and masculine. Because masculine forms have very bony, they're very angular, whereas feminine forms are very rounded and very soft. So now we'll just go over and just sort of semi-ink them, not inking them, but just do a very clean sketch on top. Maybe give them some hair along that hairline. So you can see there with those simple rules there, we've got the details in place.
No, you're not. I'm good.
And
Only
now
one of us can be good at a time.
we can add little lines around like the corners of the eyes. So we'll be skipping a lot of the structural
It's okay. Mom said we can both be good.
but we'll also be maybe adding some detail lines.
I didn't understand it, but now I do.
Things like the corner of the neck or detail in the ears, because the ears will be quite a complicated thing. Where we've marked out the basic shapes, but when we want to go into them, if we choose to, we can give
It's a
them
mind-blowing concept.
an undercut there, and a bit of a shadow under the neck. Shadow under the neck is always a really good way of giving the face a lot of just instant, easy depth, and of course shadow under the eyebrows. Now here you can see that big difference in that side view of the very realistic masculine head. Those big angular cuts both out and in around the bridge of the brow, and the nose and the lips, and the detailing we're adding there around the nose as well. And again, the importance of that shadow that goes underneath the chin there. And so then, with this figure we've got who's tilted back, we might give him a bit more of a sort of menacing look. So we'll have the hair tilted back, maybe a bit more messy, because the angle you put the character's face at does communicate a lot of mood.
No.
As well. So you can also take that even further by adding other elements that add more to that same mood. So here we've got a character who's looking down, pitilessly, and so we might.
Well, it's been 2 hours now. At least I got 2 hours in today.
Make the hair a bit messy as well, just to sort of add those sort of elements together. And then
There's just a little more of this.
And then for this
But
character,
I'll wrap
we've
things
got
up
them,
soon.
They're being viewed from a high angle. So we're seeing them, and you'll notice things like the eyebrows are quite close, but you look at his eyebrows to the bloke next to him, how far his eyebrows are from his eyes. If you're being viewed from a high angle, that brow ridge, like we showed you in those little box demos, will show a very small distance. So with him, the eyebrows actually touch and in fact overlap parts of the eyes because they're being viewed. from a high
Flam
angle.
at least
And then we'll
got less than 500
to add
by the end of this.
Now,
To the next
giving you a final
level.
illustration. So just talking
So I
quickly about
gained
the brushes
1
I use.
level
There's
today.
one brush I use that is a custom brush, where it's just a standard blender at light pressure, and then it's a
And I didn't mean to
hard
hit
round
him.
brush at heavy
Fine.
pressure.
Come on!
And then the other brushes I use are just standard ones. I've got the hard round
man,
brush
that
with
really
and without
hurts.
smoothing, the pen tool for filling in gaps, and then just a regular bog standard smoothing brush.
Less than 500,
One custom brush I have,
nice.
and I'll put a link to it in the description.
I wonder
is
if I
just
could
a
add
combination
another
of 2 default
ability.
brushes, and the rest of the brushes I'm using are default brushes also. So I won't be using anything that doesn't come with the software or that isn't linked in the description. So for this then, we'll do a composition based around what we've learned today. So what we learned today is...
Well, I've got a lot of
do that
abilities,
today.
which is
So,
cool.
Let's fill our composition space with that. So we're going to...
Sorry, Mark, you were in the way. Sorry, little sleepy boy. Make it really hard to be able to do stuff. Oh, you little baby. You're a little baby. $20, huh? And my biggest save, I played 66 hours. Time to CD save. Because I've got OCD tendencies. Unfortunately. And I better go to bed because D&D today. Which she was probably not even gonna get to be a part of. Which feels wrong. It's also been several weeks. Alright. The heck was that screen? Oh well. I've only got 4 viewers, so I'm not gonna bother eating. I'm just gonna end stream and go lay down. See you all. See you all. Bye bye. Oh.